to an all-new Lay It Omni. Allow me to lay it on you. Before we get started with today's news, let me just address two things that I've been seeing commonly asked throughout a few of my most recent videos. One is, why am I making so many Lay It Omni videos as opposed to other kinds of content? That is for two reasons. A, I'm super busy with work at the moment, so I can't really sit down and be extra creative in my video process right now. And B, I'm trying to really solidify this series as a staple for the channel so that it can run consistently and, well, so we can branch out a bit. Second question I keep getting asked recently is why I haven't covered the Pro Jared case. To be frank, I don't know what's going on with YouTubers recently, but it seems like everyone is just collapsing and falling apart one by one. Specifically, I'm a bit tired of covering incidents that involve any kind of minors being affected. It's depressing mentally, and it's not something that I want to continue making a common theme on this channel. Like, yeah, if something's going down, I want to address it here and expose any potential pedos out there, but the pattern was just so frequent, and I want to remind people that you can just come here and see some lighthearted, relaxing type of content as well. So yeah, everything with the whole Pro Jared thing just left a really bad taste in my mouth, so it was just, I just wasn't feeling it. Sorry guys. Other than that, I hope you guys like the new direction that we're going with this series and just opening up to new topics. Yeah, we talked about beauty channel drama, which is pretty funny that I've gotten to that point. So yeah, anyway, you know what? Let's go back to our roots. Let's talk about some video games, okay? Now, there's a lot of talk going on right now about the upcoming Nintendo news, but we'll start with the hard facts if you missed out. On May 9th, Nintendo released the E3 stream schedule on Twitter. The first events will be June 8th and are the Splatoon 2 World Championship 2019 and the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate World Championship 2019 3v3. On June 11th, we'll be getting a new Nintendo Direct, followed by a Nintendo Treehouse. For those of you who somehow haven't caught one of these streams before, Treehouse is a lengthy demonstration of the titles shown off in the Direct. The Directs will last throughout the 3 days of the conference, June 11th, 2019 through June 13th, but no schedule for the Treehouse streams have been released, most likely because releasing such a schedule would spoil the Nintendo Direct. Anyway, for attendees of the conference in LA, Nintendo is offering Warp Pipe passes. These limited passes will give attendees an early opportunity to play specific games at a specific time and date. Only one pass is available per person per date. They are free of charge and only require a Nintendo account and an E3 gamer, industry, or business pass. The only info about obtaining the pass we have right now is that you have to register online. The system is kind of like a fast pass system like used in Disneyland resorts, where guests can choose an attraction and time to get priority access. You can go to e3nintendo.com to see the details for yourself. Okay, now that we've gone through all that, here's some game speculation. According to Nintendo's tweet about the E3 stream schedule, the Nintendo Direct will only feature games for the Nintendo Switch. Additionally, Nintendo's financial results briefing from the past year did not mention much about the 3DS. Basically, if you're one of those people hoping for a new 3DS game, it's likely that you're going to have to give up on that soon. Rest in peace. But that same financial results briefing noted several large Switch titles yet to be released, including Super Mario Maker 2 in June, Fire Emblem, Three Houses, and Astral Chain sometime this summer, and Pokemon Sword and Shield in the winter. Other titles like Luigi's Mansion 3, Animal Crossing, and The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening are also set to release in 2019, just without a specific window. But all of these games could potentially be covered in the upcoming Nintendo Direct. And what's a Direct without some Smash hype? The next Fighters Pass challenger for Super Smash Bros. Ultimately hasn't been officially announced. All DLC fighters are set to be released by February 2020, so it's likely that we'll get to see a new character and maybe even their music and stage. Nintendo also might cover the upcoming Mario Kart Tour and Dr. Mario World mobile games during Treehouse Live, just as they showed off Pokemon Go during E3 2016. Both Dr. Mario World and Mario Kart Tour were briefly mentioned in the financial results briefing for the past fiscal year, and Mario Kart Tour in particular recently opened up beta testing for Android. That's for all you mobile game players out there. TLDR, expect a lot of new games coming out for the Switch as always around the E3 period. I don't think it'll be anything as crazy as last year considering we got Smash Ultimate news, but personally I'm looking forward to a lot of non-Smash content. Like, I enjoy me some Smash, but I really want to play other games like Animal Crossing or Fire Emblem, Super Mario Maker, basically anything that's not Smash at this point. I really do feel like I've had my fill of Smash for the past year. In other news, on May 9th, PlayStation had its second State of Play announcement show. It seems as though PlayStation is trying to mimic Nintendo's Direct series of announcement videos and streams in order to generate hype for upcoming projects. The stream began with the sound of the Final Fantasy VII menu chime, but quickly blue balls its audience and shifted focus to Monster Hunter World and its upcoming expansion, Iceborne. The trailer showed off a brand new snowy area, 2 familiar monsters, Popo and Nargacuga, as well as 3 new monsters. The trailer clip also had footage of hunters performing new moves. Once the state of the play stream finished, a short stream from Capcom confirmed that all weapons would be receiving new combos, as well as players getting the ability to use the slinger during combat. Previously, this was only exclusive to the sword and shield weapon type, so the expansion is slated for a release on consoles on September 6th and on PC during the winter. Now, the biggest piece of news dropped at the end of the stream when we finally got a new trailer for the Final Fantasy VII Remake. Characters such as Aerith, Sephiroth, Biggs, Wedge, and Jesse could be seen in the beautiful HD graphic universe. The trailer showed some footage of gameplay as well. It seems as though the classic turn-based combat that series veterans are familiar with has been replaced with an action combat similar to that seen in Final Fantasy 15. Barret was shown as playable, but it's not confirmed if players will have the choice to change party members at will or only when the story allows it. The trailer ends with the message "more to come in June," likely referring to E3. Square Enix has confirmed that the Final Fantasy VII Remake will be split into multiple parts like the original. If you guys did not know, the original Final Fantasy VII was split into different discs. In order for you to continue playing it, you would play one disc and then you would, beat it and then you'd put in the second disc. This is old school PS1 type stuff. On the Square Enix website, the company gives a message saying that they are progressing on its production as partition titles. It seems as though that the Final Fantasy VII Remake will be released as several full-price episodic games. Now, for those of you who don't know me, what you need to know is that I am an RPG fan first and foremost above all other genres. And for the longest time, Final Fantasy VII has been on the top of my list of best RPGs next to Final Fantasy Tactics and Suikoden 2. Anyway, I've been personally mad with Square Enix because they've been holding out on this remake and Kingdom Hearts 3 for years. And during this time, they've released other games that were alright, I guess. But for the most part, I was pretty much disappointed, especially with Final Fantasy 15. Like, to me, that game felt incomplete, buggy, just like they just rushed it last minute and threw in a lot of graphics, but there was no real depth. So I really want Final Fantasy 7 to succeed, but as of now, all I can think is that it's going to fail for real. Part of that reason is because Kingdom Hearts 3 should have been monumentally the best RPG out right now, and at least somewhere on the same level of Persona 5, and it wasn't even close. The game was below average at best and not worth the wait, and I'm worried the same thing is going to happen with Final Fantasy 7. I don't know why, but I feel like the company has lost sight at how to make a good RPG, and to be honest, after seeing the progression of the Persona series, I wish the Alice team would just take over the Final Fantasy series altogether for real. But that won't happen anytime soon. Anyway, I expect that we'll be waiting a really long time for the remake to come out, and even when it does, it seems they're going to keep us waiting via episodes. I don't know, maybe it's asking too much for a gaming company to successfully remake a game that's already been made in one game, but whatever. I think your best bet is to keep your expectations low and be pleasantly surprised if they end up outdoing themselves. Anyway, that's all I have for this episode of Lay It On. You've just been laid. Special thanks to today's info hunters Spectrobits, Kaze, and Vagabond for today's submission. Let me know in the comments below, what games are you looking forward to outside of Smash and for E3 and why? For me, I really need some Animal Crossing for real in my life. Like, that game is so relaxing and peaceful, and yeah, and also if you're an RPG fan, let me know how you feel about the whole Final Fantasy VII HD remake and whether you're excited for it or not. Tip of the day, if you're like me and you want to wake up early to have more time in your day but you keep hitting the snooze button, I have a secret technique for getting yourself out of bed. First, make sure you drink a good size of water right before you go to bed, okay? That is key. You'll either wake up in the middle of the night and you'll have to pee, or you'll wake up at your alarm and then you're really going to have to go, especially if you sleep through the night. This will definitely incentivize you to get up, lest you want to risk pissing yourself to get more sleep, which, well, I've risked many times before. But yeah, once you're up, cut on some lights, look at a TV screen, grab a quick cup of coffee, and just don't go back to bed, okay? The other step is to have a plan of what it is you want to do when you wake up, so you have a mission objective and a purpose for being up. Make sure it's worth actually waking up to do. I used to wake up early just so I could squeeze more video games into my schedule before school and work, so yeah, after doing it a few times, your body just kind of naturally starts waking yourself up at that time. It gets easier, okay? But that's my secret trick to making that work. Anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go because I know you ain't gonna get up early. I know you guys. You're gonna stay up late. You're gonna watch anime. You're gonna be watching some streams. It's gonna be like 3 a.m. and you're gonna binge another episode and wake up with only 2.5, 3 hours of sleep and complain about being tired all day. I know y'all can't fool me, okay? Anyway, I love you guys. Have an awesome day.